cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be.
Original music on Round Sound Radio, showcasing the best of the best acts throughout Liverpool and the Northwest.
When you dance with the devil,
I'm left out. I will never be a rock star.
Round Sound original and unsound music every Sunday 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. Is that bloody time? Poppy Holiday. Meanwhile. Righty then, we have Poppy Holiday and friends with us here in the Live Lounge. How are you all?
Hi Doug, we're good. Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Would you like to introduce yourself, left to right?
I'm Dan, bass player.
Hey, and I'm Poppy Holiday, the vocalist.
I'm Steve, keyboard player.
And I'm Brett, the guitarist.
Excellent, and they popped out tonight to give us a few tunes. Where are you from, guys?
We're from Darwen in Lancashire, that's near Blackburn.
I know it, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I've just been told, by the way, I have to talk a little bit slower tonight, so because she can't understand me too well. So, what have you been up to, Poppy, in the world of music?
We've been getting ready for a little gig to do with something I've not done since I was 14 years old. A gig of musicals for Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender History Month.
Right.
So myself and Steve are currently rehearsing, putting on the Ritz and Chicago and all sorts, aren't we? Which it's very out of our, what do you call it?
It's a bit of a culture shock, isn't it?
It is. But we've been asked to do it, and we just thought, you know what, let's just
have a go,
face the
see what
challenge
happens.
and do it.
Are you enjoying it, like?
Yeah, at first we're a bit nervous, and then a few people have said, no, you sound okay doing it, you know, you're fine, so... Yeah, so it should be good.
So, what's your background? How did you guys get to know each other musically?
Well, I've known Brett since I was about 14. He used to work in the theatre. So, and Steve, I used to see at open mics, really, didn't I? And said we need to get together and do some music. So, and Dan's, I was actually in a film called My Generation, and Dan was the cameraman.
I've seen little bits of that, yeah.
So, yeah.
Have you all been friends for a long time?
Fairly, yeah.
We just chatting before, and a couple of the guys work on other projects, but they all come together and they help Poppy out when she's playing live and things like that. And you're keeping quite active doing that, aren't you, as well?
Definitely, yeah.
And you've got a new music video out at the minute.
It's not quite ready yet. We just got to put a few final bits in the video, but it's animation where I turn into a doll in a dollhouse. So I'm singing in the bath as a doll.
Excellent. You actually sent me a picture of the doll, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
And that's actually going to be part of the video, yeah?
Yeah.
That's That's original. So
yeah.
is it everything sort of going to be made out of that kind of material, or is it like a, what's the word to do? Like a Play-Doh-y thing, but not Play-Doh?
There is no, it's not made out of Play-Doh. It's actually a doll that was made in France by a French company. So a lot of children are into wooden kind of toys now. They've gone back to the wooden toys. So this is like a little wooden doll with blonde hair that looks quite similar to me. so we rang the company up and asked if we could use the doll, and they were more than happy, for us to use the doll, and they want to see it when it's been made, so it'd be seen in France.
And is the doll going to be in a little bath, is it?
Yes, we've made a little bath. Well, we've bought a little bath and we've put the doll in, and she's having a good sing in the bath. So
I'm very much looking forward to seeing this.
Yeah,
It's
sure,
different.
yeah.
It's different.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
And have you got? Where can people go to get a copy of your music and things like that? Do you promote much online?
I do. I'm currently on iTunes. So if they type in iTunes, Poppy Holiday, Pinch of Patience, I should come up, and it's a picture of me with a French beret on. It's only a few quid. It's not an expensive EP, really. And it's also on Amazon and Spotify as well.
And how many tracks has that got on it?
It's just got 5 tracks on it.
Oh, cool.
So
And you've had 2 of them in our chart as well, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Singing in the bathroom very well, didn't I? I think that was an art chart. How long was it?
I think I was in it for about a month.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Yeah, moving up and down your scale.
I know.
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it? It's up and down.
I know.
I think in the end, you just went, do you know what?
I did.
That's it.
I just thought, let someone else have a turn now.
Yeah. Lots of bands have said that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just quite happy to let it go now,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
of course.
Which it makes for a more interesting chart anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very few songs stay in charts for over a month.
That's
in
right.
the top 10,
That's right,
But,
yeah.
good work on
Yeah,
that.
thank you.
So, what can we expect gig-wise of you in this coming year? What are you up to?
I've got Middlewich Bolton Folk Festival. That's in Middlewich. It's a great weekend if anyone should be interested. It's the 18th, 19th and 20th of June. Cool. So most people sail the boats down and stop for the weekend, or there's tents you can pitch, and it's a free festival that the council puts on. So I'll be playing in a couple of pubs that's not been confirmed yet, but if you add me on Facebook, I should have the confirmation on there.
Cool. Though
Yeah.
You said to me previously you enjoy mainly playing festivals, didn't you?
Yeah, mainly
Yeah.
festivals, really. I've done a pirate festival last year. That were a lot of fun, dressed as a pirate.
I think you just like all the girly stuff, don't you?
I
Like to
do.
get dressed up, yeah.
I do, definitely. Yeah.
Excellent. Will you be paying us a trip down this neck of the woods anytime shortly?
Yeah, I think as soon as I'm having driving lessons, as soon as I'm driving, I think I'll start spreading my wings a bit further
Yeah, definitely.
and having a look down Liverpool, especially where the Beatles used to. I can't remember the pub.
The Cavern?
Where the Beatles. No, they were another pub, and they had their rehearsals there. It's not the Cavern. I can't think what its name is.
It could be a number of places, couldn't it?
Yeah, one of your listeners told me about it, and the name's gone out my head now.
Every pub you go into in Liverpool is just like the Beatles had something to do with. I don't think the Beatles even went into half of them, but just because it's in Liverpool, they go,
Yeah.
The Beatles had the bacon butty in here.
Yeah, that's it. I know.
It's all very nice for you guys, but sometimes we're a little bit like, oh god.
Oh yeah.
It's bad news about George Martin, wasn't it?
I know. Yeah, it was.
But,
You were talking about that in the car, weren't you? On the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolute legends of a
Yeah,
producer.
yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, if you listen back to some of the stories of when
Yeah.
the Beatles, I don't want to talk too much about it, but the Beatles would put forward songs,
Yeah.
and then he would say, "Oh, I don't think you should do it like that. You should do it like this," and he listened to him, and they were number one hits, So
Yeah,
sometimes I
yeah.
wonder where they would have been without him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's
less
true.
about George Martin, more about
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. I wanted to tell you a story, Doug, about I've got quite a lot of family in Kirby, and I've got an auntie called Philomena that lives in Kirby. And when she were getting married, her friend wanted a band, and her friend went, and her other friend said, "How about the Beatles?" She went, "No, I want someone who's famous." And I bet she's kicking herself now,
big
thinking, "Why didn't I have the Beatles? That would have been a great story that we had the Beatles." So they chose someone else.
Oh.
So
I'm
it's
sorry.
crazy.
I remember you were aired on Billy's show, was it? For your
Yeah.
auntie or something like that, or?
Yeah, well, it's my nana who was from Liverpool
That's right,
originally,
that's the one, that's
and she wanted to be a singer, but her family were like, "No, you need to go to work. You know, we can't afford you to go off to drama and music school." So she had to leave her dreams behind, and she just sang in a few pubs and did a few drama clubs and things.
And so she's fully behind you now, and she's...
Yeah, well, she's passed away now,
Oh,
but
sorry.
I really feel a presence when I'm singing.
Yeah, I see.
Definitely. And the electrics were, whilst we were rehearsing today, the electrics were flicking, weren't they? Well, just once. They just well went off, and I thought,
So you're kind of doing
Okay.
it in honour of her.
I do, definitely.
Yeah. That pushes you forwards as well.
Yeah, I always think she'll be looking down on me. She was actually born behind the Adelphi in
Yeah,
Liverpool.
the Adelphi Hotel.
Yeah.
They've only got a one-star food hygiene rating.
Oh, no way. So it's probably gone downhill since back in the day.
Yeah, it's a true story, yeah. It's
Yeah.
still nice to look at from the outside, but yeah, one-star food rating.
So all my
I won't be
family,
in there.
they drink there apparently, a lot of my family in Liverpool. But we only see them for funerals and things.
I see.
So,
Do you play a lot around Manchester ways?
no, but I am planning to do a project where there's a BBC producer coming to watch me perform with the band, and that's going to be in Manchester. But I don't know if anything will happen from that. It's a bit of just a pitch, really.
Right, so it's not set in stone on that.
No,
just
it's
yet.
not a promise. It's just
Yeah.
more of play here, and we'll see. We'll see whether it gets turned into something
I see.
exciting.
What
Yeah.
would you say your greatest achievements have been on your musical adventure? If you like?
Just from like 2006 when I started off in bands, I felt I couldn't even look at the audience. I used to look down, look everywhere but at the audience.
Yeah.
And now I'm like running around and messing about, and
It's so
you
important
know,
that whenever I go to
looking
watch,
at people.
whenever I
Yeah.
go to watch bands and they're not looking at you, I always think,
Yeah.
well, if you don't want to look at me, I don't want to look at you.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It just looks so off-putting when you've got a musician who's just looking at his guitar or they're not paying any
Yeah.
interest, you know.
that's it.
But
yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. It takes time to gain confidence, doesn't it?
Because
You know?
everyone says, "How can you do that?" I say, "Well, I was that person who wouldn't really look at the audience, but it's with practice and
so
time."
you're
you
proud when you look back at how you were. Now you feel a bit more confident when you're on the
Yeah,
stage.
definitely.
I see,
Yeah.
All right, guys. So what tunes are we going to be getting played tonight on the show from you?
Okay, well, tonight we're going to play one of my original tracks, which you've probably heard on Doug's show, Singing in the Bath.
Yep, tunage.
Yep, and then Guns of Brixton, Upside Down, Tainted Love. So,
Tainted Love, eh?
Yeah.
Better get me Velcro on.
Yeah, and not the Marilyn Manson one.
All right, guys. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to play a few tracks and we're going to get the guys set up, and we'll be back with you within about 10 minutes, something like that. Catch you in a bit.